Today we're installing a front mount intercooler, dyno tuning the 124, and dyno tuning a Toyota MR2. What's going on, folks? Eddie here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. So today we're going to be going down to Torque Motorsports again to see my friend John. We're going to go watch the front mount intercooler get made, and then we're going to install it in the car. After that's done, we're going to dyno tune the thing too. Before we get to my car though, Marcus from Roads Untraveled came down to Torque Motorsports with us to have his car dyno tuned. So yeah, let's start with that.
So if you guys don't remember last time, the numbers were 266 horsepower and 249 pound-feet. We're not going for like big power today.
Pardon me?
We're going to do some great tuning.
Pardon me?
We're not going for big power. Of course we're going for big power. All we do is big power.
I always ask for 1,000 whenever I'm here, but I never get it.
Get it? Are you feeling?
Yeah, give me 1,000.
I'll give you that. Yeah. I got a 50-pound bottle of nitrous right there. we won't even put a jet on it. What we'll do is we'll just put a straight 5/8 hose into your inlet, and I'll just crank it at the bottom.
That sounds like a good idea.
We'll do that for up and down really fast.
And be on your third 124.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
On your third
124, right?
No, I wouldn't need to do 124. Just the motivation to get the other engine. What? Alright.
Yeah, next time we're here, we'll have upgraded intercooler and intake.
Wow, super jealous. Next time we're here, shit, we're gonna make 20 horsepower this time around. I think this thing invented massively for whatever you're doing. The pipes that are going, your intercooler replaces these pipes, so I can.
Yes, and it does not downsize like it does now.
Okay. Are they ceramic coated, the pipes?
It depends what I go with. But the intercooler core is way bigger and way more efficient. It's got more cores. It's just a lot better.
So you showed up making 267, and now we're at 272, but their fuels are more manageable. I've got to get in and make a couple more tune revisions to dial up the optimal ignition time and optimal air fuel. Stuck at 13 pounds, give or take.
So we're basically just stuck with the hardware at this point.
It looks like you have enough fuel left inside there too, because I'm only commanding about 65–70%.
Oh wow!
Air injector duty cycles.
Sweet.
So we have a little bit more fuel. 300 would be like. If we had a 10 PSI spring, I would actually spend the time to slam it in really quick. Let me jump in, just do a little bit of ignition and fueling, and I'll be done. Sweet. So I know you said you had about 15 minutes.
Well, yeah.
Okay. I really just want to be able to touch that 280 point, so I can just nudge 280 horsepower.
Yeah, let's do it.
Accomplishment for me.
I'm more concerned with that. That's 286.
Oh,
dude, yeah, you make 286 horsepower.
Thanks for that, Eddie. Thank you.
So Marcus's car ended up making 286 horsepower. That was not quite what we were all hoping to see, but what actually happened there was we ran into a wastegate issue. The spring that's in his wastegate actuator is a little bit soft, so we couldn't push past 14–15 pounds of boost. But the car is making 286 to the ground, and it's making it really high up in the power band, so that car will be absolutely fantastic. Next time Marcus is able to come down, we're going to put in a stiffer spring. He'll also have a new intercooler and intake on the car by then, and we're hoping to see over 300 horsepower out of that car. I kind of have a thing for MR2 MR2s. If you don't know much about them, in the 90s, poor man's Ferrari. So now on to the 124. We're gonna start out by knocking off that front mount intercooler, and we're gonna do it quick. But before that, John and I were brainstorming, and there's these little Borg Warner turbos that, well, just take a look.
About the same size. A little bit of an angle difference. So I'll just have to build that into the downpipe. So you kind of get, you know, the exhaust housing similarities. That's good for 270.
Yeah, so it would sit more like...
Man, I wish I had a stock production somewhere. So, I mean, when you kind of look at the orientation and everything, how that we're all laid out.
Pretty much perfect, you know. It's, if you get the outlet facing the right direction, really all it is I guess, yeah, you could probably get away with running the... Nah, you wouldn't be able to run the wastegate there.
Well, I just cut these off.
Welded on over here.
Welded on over here because the flapper is already down here.
Oh.
So literally, the flapper's almost in the exact same location.
Yeah, it is. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, we gotta do this.
Oh, so much I don't want to do.
Oh, shut up. Quit your whining.
Can you see that in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you see how small that one is in comparison, exhaust wheel sizes?
Yeah.
So that's where we're going to pick up our power.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's double the size. And literally double the size when you measure the surface area.
That's the exhaust side?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that's the... Yeah, I'm sure you got pictures of the cute intake sides.
I did. Yeah, the difference is nuts.
No, this is an upgrade. This is a 50 millimeter upgrade. Normally this is a 38 millimeter opening.
So I've already shown you how to do a front mount intercooler on this channel before. I'll put a link to that in the description below. I'll also give you a link to a detailed video that John has waiting for you over on Torque's YouTube channel. How much power is this core good for?
Ooh. Really good question.
Will it handle 400? Or probably more like
375, I think.
Okay. So we might need to do a bigger intercooler at some point.
At some point, yeah. Okay. It's efficient to 375. We'll be able to go further out than that.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'll tack these into there.
With the front mount, it's making 188, so the front mount definitely made a difference. Now, as you guys saw, it's just a core. The pipes are still the OEM pipes. The stock pipes, so far, they've been good up to about 250 horsepower. They could easily do a bit more than that too. Now, at some point, they're going to become a restriction, but we're going to need to do some hard pipes, right, John?
Yes, John does not want to do hard pipes, but when we get to 250 horsepower, I guess I'll have to.
Anyhow, so John's loading in a modified tune. The tune that's in the car right now isn't the greatest up top. It was just something that John rushed in last time we were here. We weren't really too concerned with tuning, but I don't know. We're still here at the shop on a Sunday, so I think the car's going to make about 192 horsepower. That's my guess, 192. John?
I threw the guess at 196.
196, okay.
196. I'm hoping for 196. 196 would make me happy because that means we're 4 horsepower away from 200.
That'd be good enough. Anyhow, yeah, let's just see what this thing makes. Day. It's about 10 at night right now. We're still here at the shop. We've been here since what? 10 a.m.? Yeah, it's been a long day. We've been here for 12 hours. I was gonna go back home to Canada today, but yeah, we're having too much fun.
We've got a sick idea what fun.
Picked up 21 horsepower so far today. The front mount made about 10 horsepower without changing any tuning. And now John's dialing the tune in a bit more to take advantage of that front mount. And the exhaust it was on last time. Last time the car wouldn't make any more than 177 horsepower. This time around the car has been making power a bit more easily. Easy being a relative term. A 12-hour day is not an easy day working on a vehicle. But it kind of gives you guys an idea, roughly, of what's involved in doing this. John's wife is going to kill him and me if we don't get out of here soon. That was a ridiculously long day. That was a solid 13, 14 hours by the time we actually got out of there. But the car made 198 horsepower. So that's really not a bad place to be with a stock turbo. Next weekend, we're gonna put a stuffed turbo in it. Now this is going to be the first of 3 different turbos that go in this car. So this 1446 is a stuffed wheel. It's designed to be a good upgrade option if you don't wanna go to a turbo that requires new lines and is a bit more complicated on the install. Installing one of these turbos is super simple, as you'll see next week. We're gonna try this 1446. We're gonna see how far it goes. I'm gonna guess it'll be right around 220, maybe 230 horsepower we can get out of it with that turbo. And then after that, it'll be time to go to E85. So we'll get the injectors in and we'll see what it can make. We're almost there. We are so close to being caught up to the last car. We just need to get the coilovers in now as well. Do miss the Recaros. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. We love hearing from you. And I will see you next time when we put in a stuffed turbo. And I think it's almost time to do a few more things to the 500. All right, later.